Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to completely clear your cache on your Windows 11 computer. And this is going to ensure that you are running the fastest operating system possible and will just generally improve the overall performance of your computer. So the very first thing you need to do is come to your start menu by pressing the Windows key and searching for Run. I'm tapping on the Run tab. Inside of this search box you will need to type in temp and then we can hit the enter key. As the name suggests, all of the files in here are temporary files and no longer needed by your computer. So we can go ahead and delete all of these by pressing Ctrl A on our keyboard to select everything. And then we can right click and then just select the trash icon to delete it. If you get this pop-up message here, just select do this for all current items and we can press continue. Now that will go ahead and delete the majority of your files. There may be a few left over once you've finished, which is absolutely fine. So then we can head out of this window and back to the start menu and we're going to search for run again. This time inside of the search box, we're going to type in %temp, %, and hit enter. Now we're going to do the exact same thing again by pressing Ctrl A on your keyboard to select everything. And then we can right click and select the trash icon to delete all of these folders. Once again, just select do this for all current items and then press continue. And then that's deleted the majority of files and folders inside of here. So we can close out of here. Then the last ones we're going to clear out are within the prefetch folder, which is another set of temporary files. And again, it's very good practice to clear this out from time to time to ensure your computer runs at maximum performance. So just head back over to the start menu and search for run. Tap on the run tab, and this time we're going to type in prefetch and then hit enter. You may get this warning message pop up saying you don't have permission to access this folder. Just select continue and then press Ctrl A on your keyboard to select everything, and we can right click and select the trash icon to delete it. Once we finish clearing out these temporary folders, we then need to come into our C drive, and the next thing we're going to do is clear out our old Windows Update folder, as these are files our computer no longer needs, so it's just taking up unnecessary space on our computer. So once you're in the C drive, come down to the Windows folder and double tap that. Scroll all the way down to a folder called Software Distribution, then come inside of here, and everything inside of here are files our computer no longer needs. So we can select everything by pressing Ctrl A, and again right clicking and selecting the trash icon to delete them. Once we've deleted all these files and folders, it's good practice to come over to the recycle bin, and we want to empty out our recycle bin just to permanently delete all of these files. Now the next thing we can do is clear out some of our cache data within our computer settings, which we can find in the start menu and searching for the settings tab. Then click on settings, and first thing we're going to do in here is come to the left underneath privacy and security. Come down to location and click inside here, and we're going to clear out our location cache by coming all the way down to this clear button at the bottom next to location history and selecting that. Then whilst we're inside of the settings tab, you can come into system here, scroll all the way down into the storage section, and another new feature of Windows 11 is something called Storage Sense, which I'd highly recommend all of you to use, or at least give it a try. So just scroll all the way down here and we can enable Storage Sense by selecting the On tab. And as you can read in the description here, this is going to automatically free up space and it's going to delete temporary files for you and just overall manage your system better. We can then scroll back up into the temporary files tab, and we're going to have the option to customize all of these settings inside of here. We can either select or deselect anything that we don't want, including I'm just going to select everything, but if there is something inside of here that points out at you and you'd like to keep it, for example, if you'd like to keep the downloads, you can just keep this unchecked. And as you can see at the top here, this is going to free up 4 gigabytes of space, and we just select remove files. Go ahead and press continue, allow this a couple of minutes to complete, and once we finish inside of there, the next thing to do is come back to the start menu, and if you use the Microsoft Store or you have applications installed using the Microsoft Store, we can clear out our store cache by typing in run and hitting the run tab, and inside of here you need to type in WS reset and then hit the enter key. Then the Microsoft Store will launch up, confirming that this optimization step has been completed successfully. You can then close out of this window, and next thing we're going to do is come over to our File Explorer, and you can be inside any folder here, it doesn't really matter. And we're going to select these 3 little dots and come into options. Then inside of this general tab, we're going to clear all of our File Explorer history by selecting the clear button here. Once you've done that, you can just select OK, close out of this window and head back to the start menu. And this time we're going to search for Disk Cleanup and tap on the Disk Cleanup icon. Now before we start, it's a good idea to select Cleanup System Files. Then this is going to calculate how much space we can actually free by performing the disk cleanup. Once again, you'll have the option to select or deselect anything that you don't want deleting. For the best performance, I'd recommend just selecting everything, and then we can just select OK. You'll get this warning message pop up saying, are you sure you want to permanently delete these files? To which we're just going to select delete files. Then the next thing we're going to do is clear our network cache. And this is a really awesome step as it can help improve page speed load times and just overall speed up your internet connection. We can do this by heading to the Start menu and searching for CMD, then right-click on the command prompt and make sure to run as administrator. Inside of here, you just need to type in the following command: ipconfig /flush DNS, and then hit enter. You can then head out of the command prompt window, and now is also a good time to clear any browser cache. So just head over to your default browser. I use Google Chrome, but all of these steps are going to be quite similar no matter what browser you're using. So just head over to the three dots in your internet browser, and then select clear browsing data. And once again, we have the options to check here what we want deleting. For most of you, you can just select everything, and then we can select clear data. Now the next thing we're going to do is clear our GPU cache, and this will depend a lot on what graphics card you're using. But if you're using a performance computer and you have a NVIDIA graphics card, then how you can do this is come to the Start menu and search for Run. Tap on the Run icon, and inside of here you need to type in %shine local app data, %shine, and hit enter. The steps should be quite similar no matter what graphics card you're using, and we're going to scroll all the way down to find NVIDIA from our list, and we can just right click and select the trash icon to delete this entire folder. Now that's only going to delete OpenGL games or applications, so in order to clear your DirectX cache where most of your game's cache will be, click on App Data at the top of the folder here. Inside of Local Low, inside of NVIDIA, inside of Per Driver Version, come inside of DX Cache, and we can select everything here by pressing Ctrl A and then right clicking and selecting the trash icon to delete them. You can just select do this for all current items if you get this message pop up, and it should be able to delete the majority of them, but some of them might not be able to delete, which is absolutely fine. Just means these files are currently running. Then head out of this window. And the last thing we can do for any of you that are gamers, if you have the Steam application installed onto your computer, I'd recommend opening that now. And once you're running the Steam application, come into the top left inside of Steam, come into the Settings tab, head over to Downloads from the left here, and we're going to clear our download cache by selecting this Clear Cache button. Just press Confirm, and this is going to restart the Steam application. But again, it's going to save you a little bit of space on your computer. And if you really want maximum performance on your computer, I'd recommend trying to clear up some space on your C drive, as the less storage space available on your C drive, the slower your computer will run. If you are interested in seeing a video on how to free up space on your C drive, you'll see a video pop up on the screen now. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and if this video did help you, please drop a like and subscribe. Until next time.